What's up? I'm Noah Azan.
And I'm Alex Hyde, and we're your hosts for Tornado Watch,
your weekly show of skits, stories, and more across campus.
Have you ever dreamt of being intensely close, locking eyes with your classmates while they lift?
Well, to kick off this week's episode, we'd like to present a quick video to give you just that. Man, doesn't that just get you hyped to lift? Anyways, even if that wasn't exciting enough, it's okay, because this past weekend on campus has been full of fun activities.
Unfortunately, the game room was closed Friday night, which was devastating to the underclassmen community.
Lacrosse played 2 matches this weekend. After a tough overtime loss to MUS, McCallie crushed Christian Brothers 17-1 on Saturday.
Also on Saturday, the most anticipated event of the semester, noted mentalist Brian Imbus performed his mind-bending magic tricks to tens of students. The chapel was packed.
Belt Dorm won the Big 5 softball tournament. Despite completely even and fair lineups, they trashed Presley Dorm in a stunning 8-0 outing. Xavier Cox walked away with MVP. Even if your dorm comes up short, sports are always about having fun.
With our next segment, we take a look at McCallie's basketball team, giving answers to questions that everyone has been dying to know.
Who on the team is most likely to sleep with a teddy bear? I'm gonna have to go with Emery.
Testing, check.
I'm gonna say Bryce probably.
I'll say Brad. I think Garrison White.
Bradley on McDonald's. It's Brad, of course.
Who on the team is most likely to sleep with a teddy bear? Brad.
Jairus.
Antonio Burton.
Tony Burton.
Jairus Walker.
Antonio DeJuan Burton Jr. Definitely Garrison White.
Pat.
It definitely would be Brad.
Jairus Walker. Without a doubt.
Sports are just fun and games. Who cares how much you win by?
And imagine you had to do a punishment every time you lost?
Lucky for you. On this week's host games, we'll be playing a game of pool.
Loser has to go into the polar plunge of doom.
Always a good game, sir.
You good?
But before we get to our punishment, here are some wise words from Mr. Tucker to hopefully get Alex through this punishment.
This is gonna be awful.
I'm Trey Tucker, and this is Real Talk. Mindset is one of the biggest things in your life. If your mindset's negative, those negative experiences are gonna basically have power over your day. If your mindset is positive, those positive emotions are gonna create your experience through that day. So, anybody ever ask me what's the most powerful tip I can give them that's simple? This is the tip I give them. Note cards every morning. I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for that happened yesterday. It gets me looking back over what's already happened and I'm really glad happened, and it helps me remember what's already been good in the past. Second thing is, it puts my brain on a filter of what's gonna happen today that's also gonna be good, positive things that I'll be thankful for. Finally, the act of just handwriting something, there's something that cleanses out some of the negativity from the brain. If you do that for 30 straight days, you'll be amazed at how good you feel each day.
Those are some wise words from Mr. Tucker. Now to the polar plunge of doom.
I'll be in here for 30 seconds. Let's do this.
That's an interesting feeling.
It is. Thank you, Noah. Thank you. Appreciate that. What's that timer looking like? Yeah!
Thank you for watching this week's Host Games.
Back to the studio we go. Well, folks, we have one last segment for today's show.
Finally.
Why you being so dry, man? Gosh, your hair's wet. Anyways, if you love dry comedy and awkward interviews, then you'll love Between Two Ferns. But due to budget and copyright issues, we can't play that right now.
Instead, check out our take on the show called The Middle Seat.
Hello and welcome to The Middle Seat. I'm your co-host, Chaplain Curran.
And I'm your host, Chaplain Dietrich.
Co-host.
Good to have you here, Mr. King.
This is our guest, Stuart King, English teacher and guy that lives on campus.
Well, let's look at your work history a little bit.
Sure.
You get demoted to the English department. So this is your opportunity to really tell people what happened.
Sure. Well, when you think about English and literature, what we're really talking about is shaping lives, teaching guys about McCallie. And that led me to work for...
Okay, thank you.
That's cool.
Good. Yeah, that's good.
So your dog's name is Frito. Is it true that you named him that because it's the food you haven't gone a day without eating in your entire life?
So you're trying to grow a beard?
A little spot right there.
Yeah.
Can you use coach pole vaulters?
I think you can maybe let us ask the questions.
Put so much product in your hair to distract from your other features?
Those of us who are in the hair community have to tend to our appearance in certain ways.
I don't know what you're talking about. Well, that's all we have time for today, folks.
This is our first episode. I promise you, they'll get better.
And with that, we wrap up this week's episode of Tornado Watch.
Make sure to tune in next Tuesday morning for episode 2.
To send us off, cheerleader and songwriter, freshman Sam Holt performed a song for us.
We'll see y'all next week.
Lay down. Can we take this slow? Yeah, wrap your arms around me and don't let me go. It's almost 3 a.m. and this don't seem right. Yeah, we don't have to go and you can stay the night. You keep saying everything's gonna be just fine, but it's not tonight.